Hello everyone, Retro Robbie here with another penny box break, and this one is very disheveled. The bank had a box for me, but they didn't have any boxes, so they just kind of threw it all into a bag for me. I put it in this box that I had left over from the last penny box hunt, so that's why it's all disheveled. There are 50 in here. They're all customer roll. They're all different, but we're gonna go through here. And as you know, with customer rolls, I've been doing pretty good on these. So I decided, hey, I will take them from them. So there they are. They gave them to me. I took a quick peek and they are circulated. So no time to waste. We're looking for those Wheaties. We're looking for the heirs and varieties. We're looking for semi-key and key dates. So you know what we're looking for. We're going to try to find it. And we'll be right back and I'll bring you on the first find. So, very first roll here, I just flopped it out there, and we got a Canadian penny. First roll, we got our Canadians. So, as you know, with customer rolls and local bank rolls, I get a lot of Canadians. So, let's see what we get here. It is a 1951, and that is a King George. So, right off the top, we get a 1951 King George penny. Wow, that's awesome. King George VI. That's in decent shape too, so we will take that. So wow, very first coin in and is a King George VI. So very nice. We'll count that, and looks like there's a good mix of copper in here, so we'll keep track of the copper amounts. And I don't see any Wheaties in here, but some good older dates, so we'll keep on searching and bring you on the next find. All right, roll two. We're on a Canadian streak here, and this time in this roll we got two Canadians, and one of them showing up is one of those Centennial Rock Doves. So let's pull it out. There it is. Very nice. 1967 Canadian Rock Dove. Like I said, I'm shocked at how many of these I get. Some people have a hard time finding them, and I always seem to find quite a bit. And that is my first rock Canadian dove. And then the second one there is 1966. So 98% copper, as you know. So we got some lot older Canadians in this box. So already loving it. That is 3 Canadians and 2 rolls. And we will keep on searching. All right, we are in roll 6, and I'm actually surprised we got our first Wheatie, and only because there's a lot of shinies, a lot of shield scents in here, so it kind of threw me for a loop, but there's actually a wheat set in here. So there it is. It was facing up towards me. It is a 1946 wheat scent, so very nice. Our first Wheatie, and it's a 1946. There's the back. There it is. 1946. It's used and abused, but we will take it. Like I said, there's not much in here else, but that was kind of shocked me that that was in there, but we will take it, and we will keep on searching. All right, roll 12, and second from the end there, we have another Canadian, so let's take a peek. It's facing downward. So let's see what year we got. We got 1977. So another copper penny from Canada, this time from 1977. I don't think there's anything else in here that makes it my fourth Canadian. So we will keep on searching and bring it on the next find. All right, roll 15, and we got multiple Canadians here. So the first one's sticking up. I can see it. It's 1969. So another nice older date copper Canadian penny. So very nice. And I saw the second one. Where did that go? It is right there. And let's flip that one over and see what year that is. That one is 1965. So 2 Canadian pennies from the 1960s. And just as an FYI, man, I'm getting tons of copper. I mean, it's like 25% copper, and you could see it here. There's a lot of copper in this, and this is what it's been like the vast few rolls. So we'll keep our eye on that. Let's see. As you can tell, last box I had a kind of a copper dump, and this one kind of seems like the same way. So it's a different bank. So we'll keep our eye out on this, and we will keep searching, and I will bring you on the next find. All right, we're on roll 16, and we got multiple Canadians. As a matter of fact, I counted 3 in this roll, so let's go through each one of them here since we got so many here. So let's look at the first one. First one's right there, facing up. It is a 1978, or no, I'm sorry, it's a 1973. So even older, yeah, and it's still a nice older copper, 1973. So let's look at the second one right there. Second one's a 1965. So very nice. Got one from the 60s and one from the 70s. And let's look at the last one there. It's towards the end there. And that one is a 1982. So we got one from the 60s, one from the 70s, and one from the 80s. So that is Canadians 7, 8, and 9. So we got 9 Canadians. So we're doing not too bad. We're on a pace for average about 20. So keep our eye out for that. And I don't see anything else. No, I haven't seen any Wheaties in a while. So I will search through this roll and bring you on the next find. Okay, roll 17. And again, multiple Canadians in this roll. So let's take a peek at them. So there's the first one. Queen Elizabeth's facing us. Let's see what year that is. That's 1973. So another older copper. And where did that second one go? I know it was in there. I saw it. Come on, where are you? There it is. It is facing upward, and that is a 1964. So you know what that is. It is the last year of the young head. So it's our first young head. So very nice. We got 2, one from 64, another from 73. And let me just quick go through here just in case I miss something. Again, lots of copper, but no Wheaties. So we will bring you in on the next find. Roll 18, and we have 4 Canadians in this roll. They just keep multiplying on me here. As you know, I live by the border, so I'm not surprised I get this many Canadians. So let's look. The first one's facing up. That one is not copper. That is a 2000, and I don't see a P on it, so it's just a regular 2000 zinc penny. Where's the second one? Here's the second one. The second one's right there. That one's going to be 1987, so that one is copper. So 1987 is the second one. And where did I get the third one there? There it is. It's facing up. It is 1977. So 2 coppers, 1 zinc. There's 1977. And the fourth one's right there. It's facing up, and it is 1989. So very nice. Multiple years. 4 Canadian pennies. 3 are from... 3 are copper, the 98% copper, and 1 is the zinc. So that brings my total up to 15. So we're catching up very quickly on my average amount of Canadian pennies. And I'll search this roll, and if I find anything else, I'll let you know on the next find. We are on roll 22, and I thought I'd bring in here, I know there's 1 Canadian, but I got an odd one there. Someone carved a 9 into this penny. It is a 1975D, but someone carved a 9. It looks pretty recent, too. That's kind of an oddball one, so we'll put that aside there. But there's a Canadian penny. That's what we're here to look at. So let's see here. 1968, another copper. Older copper one, 98% Canadian penny, and that is number 16. And then we got the oddball one, so I'll keep that aside as an odd find, but hey, it's still copper, so we'll count it. So I'll keep searching and bring you on the next find. All right, roll 23, and again, multiple Canadians. So we have another big Canadian group here in this box. So let's look at the first one here. First one's facing towards Queen Elizabeth. Let's turn around. It is 1970. Another 98% copper. Another older one. So let's find that second one right there. It's facing up. It's 1972. Another nice copper one. Find these older ones from the 70s. And let's keep going here. I know there was a third one. And there it is towards the end. Just want to make sure there's not another one in here. Man, there's a lot of Canadians in these, that's for sure. And the next one's 1965, so another older one. That is 3 more Canadians, and I think that puts us at 19. So the next one will hit 20, and we'll hit our average, and we will keep on searching. All right, we are on roll 25, and as always, we like to open 25 live, so let's take a peek if we got a Canadian or anything good in here. We haven't gotten many Wheaties, and we only got one. Lots of Canadians, though, so let's see if we can pull a Canadian live. So let's take a peek here. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm not seeing anything, though. Let me look here. Seeing some older copper. Like I said, I got a lot of coppers, but no. Oh, there's a Canadian right there. There it is. I see it. We got one live, so let's take a peek what year it is. It's 1981, so another copper. So that makes, I think it's 21. It is. That is Canadian 21, and starting to build up above my average there. And I'm not seeing anything else that's popping up. Well, again, a lot of coppers, but we'll search through this, and we will keep on searching and bring out the next find. All right, we are on roll 30, and we found something quite significant here. So I brought you up on the scope, and I wanted to show it to you guys and kind of see what I'm seeing here. I may actually need help on this one. So obviously what you're looking at is a 1960 Denver, so 1960D. And what you're seeing here is a double mint mark, double punch mint mark. And you can definitely see it right here. I know it's a little harder because unfortunately this is brown. It's used and abused. It's been passed around. You can see all the nicks and scratches and all that. So, well, this has gone in circulation for, you know, like almost 60 years now. And what's amazing is you could definitely tell the double mint mark punch. I'm going to move it. I'm going to angle it for you and kind of zoom in here. Try the best I can because, like I said, it is hard to see. I can see it better in my loop, but you can see it right there and then up in there. It's definitely a double punch mint mark. And it's hard to tell. I think there's another D in there right around here. Again, it's so hard to see because you can see all the gunk in there. As you can see, it's hard, and you know you really can't clean it. You know, you can rub as much as you can, but you can see there's a lot of dirt and grime and all around there. It's been circulated for quite a while. That definitely is a double punch mark. I'm going to bring this over here, and I'm going to bring up the variety vista there, and trying to get this so I get everything. Man, I'm just struggling right there. I have a little more because I'm moving it, but as you can see, there is literally 113 different versions of this, and I'm going through every single one of them. And I know I don't have the FS 501. That's the major variety of this kind. But man, I'm having difficulty to find out. Is it 2? It kind of looks like 2. Now, the ones they show are a lot better examples than mine, but you know, it kind of looks like 5. I'm kind of leaning more towards variety 5 there, because of where the markers are here. And there is a slight one there, but like I said, it's so hard to tell in this. I can't even fathom a guess. I might have to phone in an expert on this one. But I know for a fact, especially looking at my loop, that this is a 1960 Denver double punched mint mark right there. So again, that is quite a significant find, and like I said, it's hard to determine which one, but there's the characteristics right there, and then it's coming up there. You could kind of see it a little bit here, but with the dirt and gunk in there, it's hard to tell. But I'm calling that one for sure a double mint mark. I might have to take some photos and send it off to someone to see what their opinion is on this one, because man, that is very difficult to tell. I don't know what the value is on that. It's even hard to tell, because if it's not a FS 501 or FS 101, it's a lower variety. So, but it's an interesting find, that's for sure, and I am so happy to find it, because there hasn't been that much lately, just besides a bunch of Canadians and lots of coppers. So I'm calling this one, it's a 1960 double mint mark from Denver. I'm loving it. I'm going to keep on searching. I'm bringing you on the next find. All right, we are on roll 40 here, and it's been a little while. I haven't been showing all the Canadians because it's been like onesies here and there, but this one has multiple Canadians, so I thought I'd bring you in on that one. So let's take a peek what we got for these Canadians. So let's take a peek right now. So there's the first one, and that is a young head. Very nice. It's going to be older than 64, so let's see what we get. Is 1962 young head Canadian. Very nice. So we found quite a few young heads, actually. I think that's my fourth one. And here is the second one down here. And it is 1973, so another copper. So two more. That makes 28 Canadians. We're slowly approaching the record. We got 10 left. It's possible if we get multiples like this one. Well, another thing to know, I've not been finding any Wheaties, but majority of this is copper. I mean, literally, when I do this, it's about 75% copper and 25% zinc rolls. So I'm going to have another huge copper run here, and we'll show that later on. But I just wanted to let you know that there are tons of coppers in these rolls, and I love it. As you know, I keep the coppers. So, I mean, there's an 81, there's a 74, there's a 64D, 69. It's just all over. Even some of these nicer ones are decent copper. So we'll keep on searching. I'll bring you on the next find. We are on roll 41 here, and when I opened this roll, it had white powder all over it. So I had to go into hazmat mode and take all these pennies and for the roll and put them in warm water, and it soaped up right away. So the white powder was probably laundry soap, and it was covered in all these pennies for the roll. And fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, one of these pennies was a Wheatie. So there it is, right there, 1948 Denver. So got that cleaned up. Unfortunately, it's now clean because there was white powder all over it. That's why you see the paper towel there, because I had to soak them overnight. So not a great way to get a Wheatie, unfortunately, but we got our second one, and it's another one in the 40s, and I'm going to clean these coins up and bring it on the next roll. All right, roll 48, and we have some multiple Canadians in here, so I thought I'd bring you in. Haven't had many Canadians in a little while, so it's kind of nice, but we're still above average, and actually, this one right here will be number 30, so let's take a peek at it. It is a 1985, so a nice copper one there. It has a little luster left on it, but it's definitely been used and abused. And the second one there looks a little older, so let's take a peek at it. It is 1973, so that makes it 31 Canadians in this box, and that is above average. And one thing to note, and I'll show it here in the last roll, there's majority of this has been copper. I've been going like almost every roll, 2/3 copper, 1/3 not copper. So I'm filling up my cylinder really fast with these. And, as you can see, there's a 72D. That's an 85, but 77. There's quite a bit, as you can see. So couple more rolls left to search. I'll bring you on roll 50, and we will be right back. All right, roll 50, and we will open this one up live. So let's take a peek, see if we find anything live on the last roll, and see if we get anything good. This has been a pretty decent box. A lot of copper, that's for sure, and lots of Canadians. So overall, not a bad box. So let's take a peek here. And this is a typical roll for this box, actually. It's a lot of copper. Look at all that copper. Like I said, I've been getting about 3/4, 1/4 mix, 3/4 copper, 1/4 zinc. So looks like this is kind of the typical same roll here. More uglies. We've been getting a lot of uglies too. So I'm not seeing any Wheaties. I'm not seeing any Canadians. So I'm going to have to search through this roll, and just as a heads up, that cylinder is full. As you can see, I'm going to have another close to record copper amount for a box. So we will count all that up as well, and I will bring you back on a summary unless I find something in this roll. So I'll be right back. All right, here is the wrap up of that box, and that was actually a very successful box. It ended up with 65 points, which is actually pretty good. It's one of the higher amounts I have. So let's take a peek what we got. So we ended up with $11.24 of copper. So that was 45%. That box was copper, so that was a huge copper box. It wasn't the record, but it was second by a little bit, so not too bad. And as always, we got a lot of Canadians. We ended up with 31 Canadian pennies. All but one were copper, so that's quite amazing. And most of them were from 1965 to 1977. So that's that stack right there. We also got one Centennial Rock Dove from Canada, so 1967 there, very nice. We also ended up with 4 Young Heads, and we also ended up with that very nice 1951 King George VI penny, so very nice. Those are sort of hard to find, so it was very nice to find those. You know, I find them every once in a while, and this box had quite a bit of Canadians to it. Ended up with this weird number 9 engraved in the back of this 1975. It's copper. I'm going to throw it back in. Nothing spectacular there. Just an odd find. We ended up with 10 69 S's or 59s. 8 of them being 1959, so quite a bit. So 2 1969 S's. None of them had the DDOs to them, so... But still quite a bit of 1969, 1959s. We did end up with, a couple more S's. So we'll put those aside. Not just fines, nothing big spectacular there. Also some nice AUBUs that I'm going to compare against my albums. So they're very nice. There's about 8, 10 of them there. So pretty nice. Also ended up with 2 Wheaties. So with typical customer rolled boxes, I don't get many Wheaties. We ended up with 2, both from the 40s. That's a 46, and this was a 48D that we found in that anthrax white powder roll that I had to clean off. So unfortunately, this penny has been cleaned because I had to dump it in hot water, and I think it was detergent soap that was on it, so it kind of cleaned it on its own. So a little unfortunate, but it ain't gonna increase the value. It's pretty worn and circulated around there, but still very nice. And then the find of the day, as you know, is this 1960D. So I'm going to bring this up on the scope for you and show you the reprint mint mark. So let me bring it up here. So I am back, and unfortunately my video cut off and I didn't realize that, and I lost a video showing the 1960D re-punched mint mark of 1960 Denver. There it is. I just wanted to show it quick. You saw it earlier. I kind of determined it was RPM 007. Not much huge value, but I decided to, sleeve it up and keep it. Unfortunately, that video got destroyed. So I just wanted to show you that was the find of the box. Was definitely this 1960 re-punched mint mark. So that is it for my video. Hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel. I'm getting close to 100, so I'll give a giveaway here soon. So thank you very much for watching. Retro Robbie saying, collect what you love.